Hi guys, welcome to Q&A with Coach Rebecca. I am Rebecca Smith, the founder and director of Complete Performance Coaching, here to give you your weekly dose of tips for better mental toughness, more enjoyment under pressure, and an overall better sport experience, primarily for athletes age 8 to 18. So I got a question this last week from a coach, a gymnastics coach, because his compulsory gymnasts are getting ready to get back into their competition season. So some of you, I know it's the beginning of the school year, so there's a lot of people kind of getting back into things, gonna start, fall sports season. So today I'm gonna give you some tips on how to manage your mindset as you go back to competition season. And for those of you who are new with us, Complete Performance Coaching is a whole team of amazing coaches who specialize in all different sports, all different ages. So if you are not a gymnast age 8 to 18, don't worry, we've got you covered. We provide one-on-one coaching through Skype or FaceTime across the US and beyond. And we also have a one-stop shop for mental toughness training, the do-it-yourself way, at performhappy.com. And of course, I'm in there actually guiding you through. So those are your couple options if you are looking to up your mental game a little bit for this coming season. And here are my tips. So first of all, I want you guys to think about the last time that you were getting ready for a new season. And I was a gymnast, so back in like July, when we started working routines for the compulsory season, which starts around December, I started to get nervous. We're talking months in advance. And then of course the nerves would kind of ramp up and get a little bit more intense as I got closer and closer. And of course the coaches get a little more intense too, because they're like, all right, we only have 2 months. You guys don't even have your skills. You got to be hitting these routines. They get, they start to up the pace of things, which ups the pace of thinking for a lot of people. And then when you get into maybe that week or so before, or even the day before, it is like you're going up a roller coaster. And so think to yourself, are you the kind of person who loves roller coasters? I am. I love roller coasters. Or are you the kind of person who hates them? I love, whenever I ask this to a room full of people, there's always like 3 people who are like, I actually don't like roller coasters at all. So if you're one of those people, no problem. You're going to help us with this example here. So when you're going up the roller coaster, think about what happens in your body. Your heart starts to pound. Your stomach starts to butterfly. Your thoughts start to go, oh, what was I thinking? Or, oh my gosh, this is awesome. Your thoughts kind of speed up. You focus in on something, whether it's like the thing you're holding on to or the feeling in your stomach. You start to kind of breathe heavy. You might get a little stiff. You might just like hold on and brace yourself. You might feel like you need to throw up, or like you're gonna maybe need to use the restroom when you get finished. So those are all the experiences that you have, whether you love roller coasters or whether you hate them. The difference though is what? You're all having that heart pound. You're all getting sweaty. You're all having your stomach do flips. But the people who hate roller coasters are going, oh no, this is a very bad feeling. This means I'm in trouble. This was a bad choice. Oh my gosh, get me out of here. The people who love roller coasters are like, oh my gosh, it's coming, it's coming, it's coming. We're almost there. This is going to be awesome. And then they go, and so for the person who hates it, it's a terrifying experience. They are tense the entire time. Maybe they actually even do lose their lunch. For those of you who enjoy them, it's this, this is awesome. I'm so glad I'm here. Let's do it again. Okay, so the difference is the way you look at it, the way you interpret it. So if you hate competition, if you're like, oh no, I always get so nervous, this is gonna be bad, my heart is pounding, then you're gonna be tense, you're gonna be shaky, you're gonna be jittery, and you'll do strange things under pressure. Like the routine you hit 12 times in a row on Friday will all of a sudden completely elude you. You will like not even remember your routine, or you forget something, or you do something backwards, or it's crazy how just that pressure and that tension makes your brain kind of shut down. But then the people who love competing, some people who are just like crazy competitive and are like, yes, get me out there. I always do my best at meets. I can't wait. Are we there yet? Are we there yet? they're going to be the ones who get like superpower adrenaline and are really fired up and excited, and their focus narrows in on exactly what they're supposed to be doing, and their training just comes into place and everybody's so ecstatic about their performance. Okay, what's the difference? I mean, if you've got two athletes, one who trains 12 hours a week and one who trains 12 hours a week, the one over here doesn't like competing and gets nervous and chokes under pressure, or at least that's their story in their head. And the one on the other side is, I am so good under pressure. You know, you put the same amount of effort, you put the same amount of, you know, quote unquote talent into these two individuals, and the person with the confident mindset is going to be the winner. So how do you get your mind into that place? I mean, is it as simple as just going, I'm excited, yay, even though you feel like you're gonna throw up? Well, there was a study done on, I'm gonna hopefully not butcher it. I've told it enough times that hopefully I'm like still getting the details right. So they took these three groups of people and they had them do 3 stressful tasks. So one of them was singing karaoke in front of a judge, one of them was taking a math test, and the other, I can't remember. It'll come to me. Anyway, so they're doing these stressful tasks, and one group is primed with this idea of, we want you to focus over and over on how nervous you are. So they're supposed to go, oh gosh, I'm so nervous to sing karaoke, or oh, the third one was a video game. Okay, I don't want to take a math test. I'm not good at video games. Oh my gosh, I'm so nervous. And then the second group was just primed with something neutral, like think about chili cheese fries. And then the third group was primed with, think about how excited you are for each of these tasks. And then they sent all 3 groups out to do these tasks, you know, to sing in front of a judge, to do their math test that was timed, and to play the video game. And then they judged them and they compared all their scores. And the group that was neutral had their, you know, their success rate. The group that was nervous was significantly below as far as their performance. They performed really poorly because they were supposed to basically prime themselves to choke. And then the group that was excited, there was no difference other than just what the researchers asked them to think about. They significantly increased their results. So they performed not just well, but way better than either of these other 2 groups. So it proves that just thinking those words, I'm excited, and not letting the nerves creep in has a huge difference in your performance. So there you go. First thing to do is literally just lie to yourself if you have to and go, I'm excited, I'm excited, I'm excited, I'm excited. Because what will happen is you'll start to go, well, I mean, this is kind of exciting. I am excited to see my friend. I'm excited because I've been working on this. It will become true the more that you think it. Okay, so that's the first thing you can do. Super simple, right? Just tell yourself you're excited and then you will perform better. How cool is that? Hi. Okay, so now the next thing that I want you guys to think about is what happens when you're feeling pressure. Okay, so think of a time when you were feeling a lot of pressure. You know, maybe it was something that like mattered. This was the big game, the big competition, the big test, the big speech, whatever it was that like, this matters. And just take a second, and I'm actually gonna have you, if you're not driving, go ahead and close your eyes and think about this for a second. What was going on? Okay, think back through that memory. What was the pressure? What did you have to lose? What were you risking if you didn't do well? And then start to notice what you feel in your body when you are just overcome by that pressure. And then remember how well you performed. A lot of the time there's rushing, or there's tension, or there's choking. Sometimes people do great. You might be one of those people who just completely thrives when there's a ton of pressure, and there's nothing wrong with you either way. It's just, you know, we're kind of getting a gauge. Okay, now I want you to take that same memory and switch it to a challenge. So instead of thinking there's so much pressure, go back and look at it through the lens of, this is a challenge that I really want to rise to. So instead of going, I have to do this, I have to do well, you'll think of it kind of like, ooh, it'd be cool if I did well here. That would be awesome. This is a really great challenge. So think back through that same memory and kind of put that picture back in play, but with that mindset of, this is a really great challenge. And then as you do it in your mind again, as you repeat this scenario, notice if you perform any differently in that image in your mind. Sometimes when people do this, they can actually kind of rewrite the past just by giving it a new perspective. So take another minute and just embrace that concept of challenge in this situation. Notice how you feel in your body. Notice your thinking. And notice how you performed. And I've done this with a lot of athletes all the way up to the elite level. And of course, we spend a little more time, and you're welcome to, take your time and go back into that pressure and then go back into the challenge and notice what's different. I mean, it's a completely different vibe for most people when they go to the challenge place, because it's not that we want to get rid of that extra motivating factor that comes with competition. We just want it to be a positive motivator instead of a, if you screw this up, it's going to be really bad, so don't mess it up, which gets your mind going nuts and your body going really tense, and then it just leads you to make some mistakes you wouldn't normally make typically in that situation. Okay. So, and no, just like I mentioned, everybody's different. So you might have, you might be the person who freaks out under pressure. You might be the person who thrives under pressure. You might not know which one you're going to be from day to day. So you want to get more consistent. Okay. So here are some things you can do to get yourself in the mode, and everybody's different. Like I said, one person who I was just working with a group of gymnasts the other day, and she said, I can't watch the girl right in front of me who's going on beam. I have to kind of tune into myself, because if the girl in front of me falls, then I'll get psyched out and feel like I'm going to need to fall. So she has her thing down. She turns her back, she breathes, she visualizes. Some people can't spend the time focusing in because they'll get too stressed. So they actually need to have some kind of positive distractions, like a stress ball, a friend who can chat with them about kind of nonsensical things. They can watch a different event. They can read a book. A lot of people have different things. They can sing a song in their head or do something that makes them happy. But some people need to be really focused. So what I want to leave you guys with today is something that's called my mental toughness log. And I use different versions of this for all my different trainings, because in order to increase awareness, you have to be keeping track of what's going on in your head. So our freebie today, our free download is a mental toughness log template, and I just tweaked it. So anybody who's had one, a version before, any of you members of the community, go ahead and grab this one anyway, because I've condensed it and made it really pretty efficient for daily use. And ideally, people will use it after every practice and after every competition. And what you'll notice is that you start to see what those patterns are in your head. Are you the excitement person? Are you the nervous person? And then once you can see your patterns, you can go, oh, looks like when I think about this, I crash and burn. Okay, and if I think about this, I do really well. Interesting. And so then you'll also know, if I'm too focused, I get stressed. If I'm not focused enough, I don't. So that's the way that you're going to figure out for yourself exactly what you need to do before competition, because there is no one size fits all in mental training. You have to figure out what works for you. So you can download that mental toughness log at completeperformancecoaching.com/the letters MTL for mental toughness log. Okay, completeperformancecoaching.com/MTL. And go ahead and grab that. And then reach out to me if you guys have any questions, Rebecca@performhappy.com. And if you want any more training on this, I have a couple courses in the Perform Happy community that directly relate to this, going from anxiety to confidence. One is called Anxiety to Confidence, and it starts out with how to handle those crisis feelings of nerves, exactly what to do in the moment, and then we start building confidence to make it so the anxiety doesn't even hit to begin with. And then we also have another course that's called Mental Toughness Boot Camp. That's a quick 5-week course that just it dials you in. It gets you, grittier, more focused, and feeling more confident. So you can always check out the Perform Happy community to see if it's a fit for you for 30 days risk-free, always a money-back guarantee on the first 30 days. And that's at performhappy.com. And if you're looking for one-on-one support, you can find us at completeperformancecoaching.com and check out the coaches. Thank you guys so much for joining me this week, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.